Come on, PJ. PJ. Hi. Good girl. Oh, good girl. Ain't no biting though. No jumping. She's how old is she now? 5 months?
Almost 6 months.
Almost 6 months. Look at that gorgeous puppy.
Almost 6 months.
Almost 6 months. Good girl. Aww.
There you go.
Aww. Hey, hi everybody. Thank you for coming back for actually our very first series opening for Coffee with Kyan, the Entrepreneur Series. And today we have a very special guest at a very special venue too today. And I have Jennifer, the business owner, with me at the PawStand. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, how are you, Kyan?
Hey, good. We got Donna coming by too. Hi, Donna.
Hey, how are you, Kyan?
Good. Look at you guys showcasing your brand. I loved it. I loved it. There are a lot of really great stories. I've been actually a customer here. PawStand's right down the street from our office, IT Works Recruitment Inc. So can you guys tell me a little bit about where the name comes from, where this whole idea comes from in the first place?
The PawStand came from one of Donna's pet sitting clients. Donna owned her own pet sitting business for 8 years full time, and had a client who had a dog that was a rescue, and he was a senior dog who had been abused. He had been shot in the shoulder and was blind in one eye, and his name was Otis. And Donna told me one day that when she took Otis out to relieve himself, he wasn't strong enough to squat or to hike his legs, so he would lift up his back end and stand on his front paws to urinate. And I said, oh, Otis is doing a PawStand.
The PawStand.
And Donna said, that's what our business is going to be called. We'll call it the PawStand. That'll be a good name.
Wow. The PawStand.
So that's how the PawStand evolved.
Fantastic. And who designed the logo and all?
Donna designed the logo along with, it's gone through a couple of different phases, and we have a gentleman that helped us with our website who got the final logo, kind of perfected it.
Together. Okay.
And so we have a retail area. We have do-it-yourself dog spas where we provide everything. We have 2 large spas that will accommodate up to a 250-pound dog. And we have the teacup spa, and we actually just had a client come in that washes her dog in the teacup spa. Yeah. The teacup is for about 10-15 pounds or smaller, your Chihuahuas and Pomeranians and that sort of pet.
Some kitties that doesn't mind a little shower.
Have had several cats in there that have had baths. So along with the retail area and the self-serve dog spas, we also have canine rehab and fitness in the back of our store. I'm a canine rehab therapist. I was a physical therapist for humans for 29 years. And I went back to school and got certified to treat dogs now. So that's what I do. We have an underwater treadmill. I have a cold laser, ultrasound, electrical stimulation, all of the things that we use to get humans better, we can also use to get dogs better. So dogs get a lot of the same injuries that humans get. They get cruciate tears just like humans do. They get hip dysplasia. They get fractures. I have 2 right now that were hit by a car. That are doing really well. So I have another fitness dog coming in about 30 minutes it's a golden retriever who was a little bit on the overweight side, and we changed his diet, and he comes in and gets in the underwater treadmill, and he's lost 30 pounds.
Wow.
So he's doing very well. And
fantastic story.
He'll be in shortly for one of his fitness sessions.
So how did you come up with these 3 very unique lines, from retail to the self-serve spa and also to the fitness and rehab section?
So
how did all this idea come together?
It's kind of a total pet wellness type concept. Donna had her own pet sitting business full-time for 8 years, and we started talking one day about the different foods that people were feeding their pets. She would take them for a walk and try to pick up after them, and if they were eating a really cheap grocery store type dog food with a high cereal content.
High production.
Yes, corn is something dogs don't digest well. So if you're feeding your dog a grocery store type dog food and you look on the ingredient panel on the back and you see corn gluten meal, chicken byproduct meal, things like that, those are things that dog food companies use to make foods cheaper so that they can profit more. But dogs don't graze out in fields with cows. Dogs are predatory animals just like cats, and they hunt in the wild for something, they kill it, and they eat it. So they crave protein. They want meat. They don't want cereal fillers. So we started talking, and Donna got really interested about the nutritional side of the pet food industry. And so she started looking up different types of foods that are out there and why one food's better than another, and what types of foods would be good to carry in our store. And then I started talking with her about a black lab that I had years ago that had hip dysplasia, and the veterinarian surgeon that I talked with said, you know, we're very behind the times with what we do with dogs when they have injuries or they have surgery. If you're a human and you have a total hip replacement, you know you're going to go through physical therapy. And sometimes you have prehab, where you go in and you learn exercises that you start doing before you even have the surgery, and then after the surgery you go back to physical therapy again. So we do the same thing here with canine rehab and fitness. In the rehab side, I see dogs that have cruciate tears and they're going to have surgery. So they'll come in and do a few sessions, get used to the underwater treadmill, do the laser, they'll go have their surgery, and then they'll come back and they're already acclimated to the underwater treadmill at that point. So it works really well. But when I started doing physical therapy on my black lab that had hip dysplasia, and she went back for her follow-up with the surgeon, he looked at her and said, wow, she's way far ahead from what I normally see after a surgery like this. He said, we should really be doing this for all the dogs that come in that have surgeries. So then schools started popping up around where you could go back and get certified to be a canine rehab therapist. So I went back to school and got certified.
The opportunity.
That's what I do now.
And a leap of faith.
Yes, a big leap of faith. Yeah, owning your own business is a leap of faith for sure.
Absolutely. We're actually going to go ahead and talk about that right away, because obviously based on your capability, your rehab, and then healthcare background, specifically within the fitness-oriented industry, also with Donna, her knowledge about really working with different kind of pets and dogs, and having that years of experience to know how to take care of them, how to attend to them. So what was the drive, passion beyond your capability to actually really take a leap of faith, like you said, to open this?
Well, dogs, people's pets are a lot different now with their families than they used to be. It used to be you had a dog and your dog was out in the backyard all the time. Now they're really part of the family, and so are people's cats. And they just don't live as long as we do. Their life expectancy is not as long, and it's better, longer for smaller breeds. The bigger the breed, the shorter the lifespan. So we wanted to be able to offer a place where people could get nutritional foods, supplements, and make it kind of a whole wellness type environment where we could increase the longevity of people's pets' lives, so that they're not running back and forth to the vet. They're not on steroids all the time or antibiotics all the time, and they're getting a good diet, and they have less health issues. So quality of life is so important for your pet, instead of running back and forth and having so many vet visits because they have skin issues or they have tummy upset all the time. Doing the right thing as far as their nutrition goes, so that their tummy is not upset all the time, and that they don't have skin issues from all the cereal fillers that are in your pet store, your grocery store pet foods. So that was kind of the whole concept here, was to make it kind of a whole wellness center for people's pets. And
combine the retail section of things, the spa portion of things, and obviously the fitness and rehab.
Right, and the spa portion is, when you take your dog out and it's muddy, and or they are out in the woods and you're afraid they may have ticks on them, which can cause neurological problems.
Absolutely.
To be able to have a place that you can bring them and bathe them and look over them and make sure
all-in-one inclusive service. That's
right,
really cool.
So it's more of a niche type situation where we're the only store that I'm aware of that has the combination of retail and services that we offer.
It's funny because I think since our last meeting together, I came by and pick up the food, we have this conversation, have this whole idea together. I actually would like to put you on my season pilot, actually, for the entire entrepreneur series. I believe that based on my understanding about the entire 3 niche that you combine together, making this really niche business, you're the only one in the entire North America.
Probably. I know we're the only ones in the... Did you research it?
I did. Actually, I couldn't find any other combination that have this capability and then the passion,
so
too.
I believe that's probably accurate. But, to be an entrepreneur in business nowadays, I think you do need to find something that's unique, but you have to be passionate about it, because if you're not passionate about it, you're not going to be successful. It has to be something that you really believe in and you're trying to make a difference and help people, which is why we're here.
Absolutely. So how did you make this whole thing happen?
It took us about 3.5 years, and a lot of blood, sweat, and tears went into it. And like you said, it was a huge leap of faith that what we're doing, people are going to understand that we're here to help them. We see a lot of folks that come in and their pets have all kinds of different health conditions and issues that pop up, and typically we can find in our supplement area, we're very into herbals and green type of solutions to things. Our pest control service is a green pest control service. We don't use pesticides in our store. We carry a lot of things that can help people's pets instead of always reverting to, drugs.
Absolutely.
Because drugs have side effects, and just like with humans, you can have drug interactions if your pet's on several different medications. And
the side effects and then the compound effect especially all trickle back down together.
Exactly. And antibiotics are a good thing. They have their place, but when a lot of people don't realize when your pet has an infection and you go to the vet and they're on antibiotics for a while, it wipes out the good colony of bacteria in the gut. So to reestablish that, we carry things like raw goat's milk, probiotics to reestablish that, because antibiotics, when you put them in your dog's system, it doesn't know, oh, you're only supposed to treat this infection. Any bacteria that's in their system, it's going to wipe it like a clean slate.
Yeah.
So to reestablish that with a great probiotic helps your pet's tummy, especially. It can kind of tear up their stomach sometimes when they're on different medications.
And at that point, it's almost no return. The rest is all repair work, and
Right.
hopefully it doesn't get anything worse from that point.
Exactly.
So how did you make yourself become this specific field of expert?
You,
That's a lot
You
involved.
know, the pet food industry is saturated. There are so many products out there.
Yeah.
We have a very diverse client base here where we're located. It was quite a challenge to figure out what do people want. And we're coming up on our 2-year anniversary. It'll actually be August. Our party will be in October because it's cooler. But you really
Welcome to
have
Atlanta.
You really have to study it and read what's in the product and talk with the different reps and let them help educate you about what the products are, why they're good, and then sit down and figure out, is this a good fit for our store and our customers? So.
Yeah. Sounds like there's a lot of commitment going in the first step, and obviously with both of you collaborating through, and then and relationship, like you said, it's hard to grow, and then with all the challenge throwing at you.
Yep, it's a huge challenge, and it like I said, it's a saturated market. There's so many products out there. You just constantly, there's new things coming out. There's no way that you can be an expert on every single product that's out there in the market, but you spend a lot of time educating yourself so that you can educate
Gradually
your
further
clients
that.
and help them. We see a lot of folks that come from the vet office next door, and their pets have all kinds of issues, and we have a few veterinarians that'll send clients over to us that have skin issues.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, it ends up being the binding ingredient that's in the pet food. Everybody comes in thinking, my pet's allergic to chicken, and it's usually not chicken, it's usually the sweet potato that's in it. Right. Well, it's a binding ingredient in the food. It's kind of like when you bake a cake, you put an egg in it to hold the cake together. The binding ingredient in kibble is either white potato, sweet potato, peas, that sort of thing. That's what binds the kibble together and keeps it in that nice little
Consistency.
Right. And so a lot of times if it's a very starchy type of binding ingredient like white potato, some dogs can do fine with that. Some dogs that have sensitive skin don't do so well. If you have your dog with white fur with a nice pink skin, they're kind of like your humans that are redheads that go out in the sun and get sunburned.
Tend to be more fragile that way.
Very, yes. So they can't get away with it as easily, and you need to be real careful about what foods you feed, and turn that bag of food over and read the ingredient panel and see what that binding ingredient is.
Yeah.
Another thing people don't really know about kibble is that your first 4 ingredients on the ingredient panel are the majority of what goes into the food. So if your ingredient panel reads corn gluten meal, chicken byproduct meal, that's a lot of bad stuff in a food. The first ingredient should always be the protein. It should be, and it should say what it is. It should say chicken or beef or lamb. It shouldn't say, if it says meat,
that's questionable.
That's very questionable. That could be roadkill. It could be a lot of things.
Yeah.
So you really, I think people are really getting more educated about, let's start reading what we're buying. We do it for ourselves. We go to more Whole Foods type of
approach and philosophy.
Yes.
Per se.
So we need to do the same thing for our pets and start looking at what does that ingredient panel say and what's in that food that you're feeding.
I really love the consistent and as a continuous support, and also the research, the passion that you drove into your business. I think it really shows as you research to a different type of product. I think I first started coming here is because I was really just trying to find a pet food store. I was close to the office before the store closes and so on, and I came across this wonderful product that works great for both my large size of dogs. For you to find that consistency and continuity of extending your business life and so on, what has been the philosophy as you choose the type of service product you're looking to provide in return for your clients?
Well, the biggest thing for us is that to treat people the way we want to be treated. And that goes with carrying the products that we would feed our own pets, and our pets that unfortunately we lost 2 dogs last year, but they have probably eaten every food that we carry in the store. Our puppy that we have now that you met earlier,
Hey, PJ.
is eating raw diet, which is really the biologically appropriate diet for a dog or a cat, because they're predatory animals. They hunt something in the wild, they kill it and they eat it. They don't build a fire and cook it first.
Yeah.
They're not out in fields grazing with cows. Dogs and cats' joints are hinged joints, so that's for eating meat. Cows' mouths, jaws move up and down and side to side like ours do.
Yeah.
So dogs' jaws don't move side to side. So they weren't really made to eat
Potatoes per se or something.
right. So meat is their normal biological diet. So we're passionate about what we do, and we make an effort to really know and get to know all of our clients individually and their pets and remember their names. So it's kind of like Cheers when people come in. We'll say, oh, so-and-so's in the house, or it makes it a fun environment. We have a very loyal customer base. Brook Run Dog Park is right on the other side of Peachtree Industrial from us, and one day when we had a lot of rain during the week, Saturday was a beautiful day, and there must have been a bunch of people over at the dog park talking, and one person said, well, I'm going to the PawStand to wash my dog. And somebody said, the PawStand, where's that? And pretty soon there was this caravan of people from the dog park, and our dog spas were packed full with people because the dog park was muddy from the rain during the week. And
it's like that boom approach. Somehow, at one point, everybody that knows, oh yeah, the PawStand.
Word of mouth has been huge for us. Social media has been a big thing. Word of mouth is just as important, I think. And the way you treat people, that you want to treat people the way that you would want to be treated if you were a customer going somewhere. It's the same with our pricing. We really strive to not gouge people, to make our pricing fair, and we
Even
hear
though
that
it's
a
still
lot.
a for-profit business, but you just
Right.
find that balance.
And we're a small business. We're not a big box store, so we can't, get things in bulk like big box stores do. But we get a better price on something if we're selling more of something, and we get a better price on it. We pass that on to the customer. In rehab, we offer flat rates. I don't charge more if I add laser the next time your dog comes in. There's not an upcharge for that, and people really appreciate that. They want to know how much something's going to cost them. They don't want it to be up in the air. I wonder how much it's going to cost today. So we offer packages, we offer a flat rate for rehab and fitness, and our clients really seem to appreciate that.
Absolutely. I think a lot of things that, there's a super commercial out there right now talking about hidden fees. We had that discussion the other day.
Yes, about the girl with the lemonade stand. It's my favorite commercial.
Yeah, it's nice to have that. Everybody knows where you're coming from, that you come in and have their best intention and do the right things.
Right.
But also set that proper expectation too.
Yes.
So they know what they're getting themselves into. You also know how to, in return, just focus on the treatment, focus on the service.
Yes, exactly.
To deliver that result.
And people appreciate that. We're straight shooters. We don't, we like to tell you. You ask us a question, we'll tell you
Open
how
and
it
honest
is.
style.
Yes, absolutely. That's just who we are, how we were raised.
Nature of good people and good business.
Having integrity is something that you learn at a young age. It's not something you learn later in life, and how to treat people. So we're very passionate about that we treat our customers the right way, just like if we were the customer.
Absolutely. So what's next on the horizon for the PawStand?
Next on the horizon for the PawStand, well, short term, we have a raw seminar coming up on Tuesday evening from 7 to 8. And I'll provide, a demo rep will be here from I'll Provide, which is the food that PJ eats. And that'll be Tuesday evening. Saturday, we have a Cinco de Mayo party coming up. Cinco de Mayo this year is on a Friday, so our party will be the day after. And last year it was a big hit. We have a big blender and we make margaritas, which are doggy margaritas.
Oh, wow.
They're margaritas, small margarita glasses that are rimmed with shredded coconut and healthy, non-alcoholic margaritas for doggies. It was a big hit last year, so we had a lot of fun with it. And we'll have about 5 or 6 vendors will be here giving out free goodies. And that'll be this Saturday, a week from tomorrow, from 11 to 2. And then on the horizon long term, who knows?
Well, as business continue, I think, and also you're looking for additional assistance now, so you two can go on a lovely vacation together after being in this long haul.
That would be very nice. We haven't had a vacation in 5 years. It took us 3.5 years to get our business together and find the right location. We looked at 5 locations other than the one we're in now. Until we found the right fit here, and it's been great. We have a real sense of community here. We support the Doraville Police Canines. We have a fund here called the Police Fund.
The Police Fund,
which is a fund that's a community fund, and our community donates money into it so that when the Doraville Police canine handlers come in to buy gear for their dogs and that sort of thing, they don't have to pay for it out of their pocket. The community pays for it for them. Last year, our community purchased a ballistic vest for one of the Doraville police canines. Last year, unfortunately, they lost Trico, who is a black German Shepherd who was with the force for a very long time and received the Paw of Courage Award, which is an award from the AKC. He was awarded that at our 1-year anniversary party last September, and we had 2 news networks out here TV networks covering the story, and he received the medal, and we lost him in October, unfortunately. Doraville is getting 3 more canines this year. So they currently have 3, and they're going to be getting 3 more, so we're this close to getting the second vest. We're doing some fundraising at our Cinco de Mayo party next Saturday. We're doing it all this week and next week. We have a $150 gift basket that we're raffling off. Raffle tickets are $2 a piece, and it'll go up to $5 a piece the day of the event. We also have a year's worth supply of Dog Days Treats, which is a local treat company here in Georgia. And they're going to give 26 bags of treats away to the winner of that raffle. So every 2 weeks they'll get a free bag of treats. So those are also $2 raffle tickets, and they'll go up to $5 the day of the event. And we're very close to purchasing that second bulletproof vest for, it should be Officer Brian. Brian's actually the dog's name. Jay is the handler. So he'll be the next in line. And it's a custom ballistic vest. It has bulletproof panels in it, Kevlar panels for the chest and the sides. And we felt like, if Officer Trico might have had something like that, he may have not withstood such severe wounds, when he was sent into a house with a guy that they were, the Dunwoody police had called Doraville in to help out. So, we thought the handlers are wearing bulletproof vests. The dogs should be protected too. So that's kind of been our mission with our community, is to provide the police canines with some protection.
And contribution back in the community as well.
Yes, and they're very active in the community. I just noticed a couple weeks ago, we have an elementary school right around the corner from our store, and the Doraville police were out there with their dogs, teaching the elementary kids about what they do. The fire department was there, and the paramedics were there, and they had a little educational seminar for the kids to teach them all about what the police do, and that the police are there to help you, and they get to meet the dogs, and they're very involved in the community, and we really like that a lot.
Wow, fantastic. That's actually a great idea. Because folks, you should check out a party in the local area. If you're not too far, plan a day for Cinco de Mayo party. And I'm understanding is also that your opening day was September 11, 2015?
Yes.
And there was a very sweet story behind it?
Yes, that was September 11th was on a Friday, and we had an excellent turnout out here for our grand opening. Mayor Donna Pittman came out and did a ribbon cutting for our grand opening. Donna's father was in the military, in the Army. My father was Army. Donna's father actually served 3 tours in Vietnam. So we actually did a big fundraiser at our grand opening for what's the name of the group? Canines for Warriors. And
out of Doraville?
No, they're actually in St. Augustine.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Canines for Warriors is a project where they pair dogs that are trained with
The right officer or...
Right, with military that
Your
comes
partner.
back that may have PTSD or something
Okay.
along that line.
I see.
And it's a really great project. So we raised a lot of money for that and made a donation to them. And then we decided the next year that we want to do something more local. So we decided to get involved once we heard about what happened to Trico, that we felt like it was kind of our mission to be involved with our local police department and provide the bulletproof vests with the community for them. So we're very patriotic, and we had our 1 year anniversary party last year. We had on September 10th because it was a leap year, so we wanted to have it on a Saturday so more people could come. And we had over 700 people here last year for our 1 year anniversary party. So the feedback we got was it was a little warm, so we're moving it to October to make it a little bit cooler, especially for the dogs' feet out on the pavement.
Yeah, so they have a better time of playing, but not...
They had fun. We had over 20 vendors here with tents. The Doraville police came, brought their canines, did a demo, 2 demos actually. They have one dog, Rudy, who does narcotics and bomb detection. So they had a lot of suitcases out in the parking lot, and he found the drugs in the one suitcase. And then they have another dog, Bongo, who he does pursuit. So they had one of the police officers in a rubber suit, and he took him down, and they did that demo. And so our customers were very interested to see what the police do in their training and how it pays off and how it helps prevent crime and fight crime. Okay. So that was a lot of fun. And we had some doggy daycare folks out here with their tents, and they had a splash zone where there were lots of doggy pools and the dogs played. We had a DJ out here playing music. We had a photo booth. We had several different restaurants out here. Mad Italian was out here cooking cheesesteaks.
Another local business.
Another
too.
local business,
Family-owned.
yes, privately owned, and we're friends with the owners. So it's all about community and helping each other out.
And a lot of your mission, vision, and value are shaped gradually towards as business continues on as well. I think that to have that level of flexibility, but also refining about what you're looking for, what you're about.
Right.
That really shapes your brand.
Right.
Brilliantly.
And really, we're here to help people. We have our kibble wall in the back set up by price, so that we know when somebody comes in and says, I think my dog's allergic to this food. You know, can you help me find something within my budget? We know kind of, have an idea, how much are you paying for this food? And here's a food that may be a couple dollars more, but your dog's not going to be on steroids and antibiotics and miserable. It's worth a couple dollars more to be on this food.
A better quality.
But it's our goal to find the right fit. It's not our goal to say, oh, let's go sell them the most expensive food we carry. That's not what we're about.
Yeah.
We're about finding solutions to help people with
the right fit.
The medical conditions that their dogs come in with.
Yeah. So I know that Marsha, actually one of the vendors, actually here today. I think I can probably give us a pretty good selection of options actually that the type of products that you carry. Hi Marsha, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, I'm Kyan.
Hi, Kyan.
Hey, thank you for being with us.
You're
so,
welcome.
What would you like to show us today?
All right, I'm with Barkworthy's. We are
Okay.
an all-natural treat manufacturer. We manufacture all of our treats in Richmond, Virginia. Some of these specialty items that we have up here These are hand-picked antlers. So the thing that you always want to remember with a premium antler is the cost is because this is hand-picked 3 separate times. So it's not like if you look at some of the other, like the goat horns here, when they're packaged in a case, these are just picked up, put in a case. That's the regular Barkworthies. When you have a premium antler, this has been touched 3 separate times. This is the best of the best antler that you can get.
As natural as it gets.
As natural as it gets, absolutely. Some of the bully sticks that we have here, we have creative bully sticks. This is brand new. We came out with it in March. It's a pretzel. It's perfect for the small dog. You're a little bit nervous to give a tiny puppy, you know, a straight bully stick like this. Giving him a pretzel or curly bully is always like really nice. You don't have to worry about a choking hazard. However, we do always recommend that the pet parent watches their baby anytime they chew on a treat. You know,
just like you would do with a human baby anyway.
Just exactly like you do, right? Here's another really thing we're proud of too. It's our 3-inch bully ring. So again, the pup puts its paw in there and just kind of gnaws away. So you don't have to worry as much as these. These are the goat horns. This is a less expensive version than an antler. So if you have a pet that you really don't want to spend that much money on, you go to the goat horn. It's really palatable and it's a long chew. This will last you a year.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Marsha.
You are so welcome. Thank you.
Great running into you here. I think that showcases a lot about the cool things, organic, natural things.
Yes,
that the
absolutely.
PawStand is able to offer. And
Thank
great
you.
people.
Thank you so much. Love the PawStand.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Love the PawStand. So we also got Donna here today.
Hello.
I have one quick question for you.
Extremely busy.
I know it's a great client base, lots of local customers and things, and loyal customers. But if you were to tell us one thing about owning a business, about for any prospective people that want to own a business or want to have something of their own, build a brand, what words of advice do you have for them?
Well, it certainly beats corporate America.
Ah!
But advice, you've got to have heart. You've got to have a lot of drive. You're going to be working a lot more hours than you normally would.
As sexy of being a CEO or owner.
I'm blushing. But you just have to really have a lot of heart and know what you want in life.
The heart and the passion.
The passion for it, for sure. If you don't have the passion, it's not going to be good.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Do not do it if you don't have the passion. I promise you, it's not going to work. But we love it. We love it. We have a great time here. Drama-free zone, and we just love coming into work every day.
Love what you do what you love.
That's right.
Fantastic. Thank you so much
It's
for being
not a
with me
job.
today.
It's just fun. It's a
It's
hobby.
I'd love
And
to
we
hear
love
that.
our
because-
community. Oh my God, the community is the best of all.
Yeah, your company is your brand. And it is your business, your market.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. We'll end right here today. I want to thank the PawStand for a great time that sharing with us about their philosophy, what about mission, vision, value, their success, and I think that they have actually just won 2016 DeKalb County Emerging Business. So
Yes.
proud winner. So great credibility. Thank you so much
Thank
again.
you.
Thank
I
you, Donna and
appreciate
Jennifer.
y'all. Thank you
Appreciate
so
y'all.
much.
Thank you guys for watching in with us today. Please find them on Facebook,
Thank you for tuning
Instagram, the PawStand. We'll see you next week. Bye bye. Hey, PJ.